Hi, I'm Brett Thornett. Welcome along to Payroll Administration in Australia for the 2017-18 financial year. This course also covers the theory component of FNS BKG 405 for those of you who are studying in payroll. Let's start by having a look at what's covered in the course. Chapter 1 is covering off what happens when a new employee walks through the door, and typically the forms that you'll be getting your employee to complete. Chapter 2 is looking at minimum conditions of employment and also the minimum wage under the Fair Work Act. We then move across to pay-as-you-go withholding from salary and wages, and also have a look at the other deductions that you may need to make. Chapter 4 is looking at bonuses, commissions, and allowances. And in this chapter, we will be doing some manual calculations. The reason being is a lot of software programs that you buy off the shelf don't do the calculations correctly. You'll need to do your own manual calculation and override what's calculated in the software. We'll then cover superannuation in Chapter 5, concentrating on super guarantee, which is mandatory, and also salary sacrifice superannuation and how to complete the year-end payment summaries. Chapter 6 is workers' compensation. So as an employer, work cover is mandatory in all states. We'll then have a look at the record-keeping requirements under the Fair Work Act in Chapter 7. And importantly, you must keep records for 7 years for payroll under the Fair Work Act, whereas most income tax records, it's 5 years only. Chapter 8 is looking at leave. We'll look at personal leave, which is sick and carers, parental leave, annual leave, long service leave, public holidays, and so on. In Chapter 9, we'll have a look at the year-end reporting requirements to the ATO. We'll have a look at the normal individual payment summary and also employment termination payment summaries. Chapter 10 is dealing with payroll tax, so we'll look at the rates and thresholds in each state. Chapter 11 will look at the PAYG withholding component of an activity statement and also the common errors that people make when people fill those out. And finally, in Chapter 12, we'll have a look at the regulations for bookkeepers under the Tax Agent Services Act. So if you're a bookkeeper looking after somebody's payroll, you may be covered by the provisions of that Act.